That's a big one. Hey, bear!
Wait, where'd he go? Yeah, it's walking back.
He's not gonna play us.
Wait, actually. Here we go. He's going down. No, he's right there.
It starts at the line. And then for fast. R. Don't look at me.
How do you do that?
You start here, you go down, and then you go up about
forget me.
halfway. Okay, and then you do your 8. So remember, you got to keep a consistent speed around the 8. You're trying to keep
Alright,
the lines
S.
together.
Hello! Today we're going to be making soap. We have had a hard time keeping it in stock. So today and tomorrow and probably the day after will be soap making. Here are 2 of my hoodlum children just waiting
27.
for their madre.
17. Not 27.
17 times 8.5.
And this looks very disturbingly unkept. How am I going to work in here is the question. How am I going to work in here? I don't know.
Holy moly.
Today is going to be a big day. We are making soap today. We are planning to make kombucha today. We have a guest coming over this afternoon for tea. A neighbor just brought some milk over, fresh milk, and some of the kids are out harvesting at the tea company today. It's going to be a good day, and I'm inviting you to join it with us. And now, while we're waiting on the temperatures of the melted oils and butters and the lye water solution to come within the proper range, let's go check on the rest of the family. One thing I forgot to mention is today's also speed cleaning. So let's go see how they're doing on that and if anybody has started their schoolwork yet. we're back, and I'm going to take the temperature of the oil solution and the lye water solution, going to combine them and start blending and see if we can get some soap to start forming. Now that I've got the solutions, both of them, the oil and the water solution, to the right temperature, we're going to put these together and watch the magic happen. All right, now we have the soap almost to the right temperature. So while I'm waiting on this final bit, I'm going to go make some kombucha. So come on, let's go. All right, now it's time to make kombucha. It's very simple and very delicious, and of course, very good for you. So this is what you're actually going to be making. I just took this out of the refrigerator. This is a bottle of ginger kombucha, and I think I made this with green tea. So this is what you're going to start with, is making sweet tea to feed your SCOBY. So you're going to use 1 tablespoon of black tea, or any kind of tea. I just use black tea, but it has to be plain, no flavors or anything. I use loose leaf tea. You can use tea bags, it doesn't matter, but 1 tablespoon of that. I also use this kind of sugar. I like it. It tastes great. It's organic. You're going to need 1/2 cup of that. And we're going to be making 1/2 gallon of kombucha. You can adjust this if you want to use half this much or make twice this much. It doesn't matter. You're also going to need 2 of these flip top jars to make 1/2 gallon of kombucha. And I have already put blueberries in the bottom of this. And we like the wild blueberries. They're very good. So now that you have all of this, let's go over to the actual jug that is fermenting and take a look at what to do next. Okay, so this is my jug of kombucha. The SCOBY looks very disturbing, very strange. I'm actually going to leave that covered while I'm draining off. So I have moved the spigot over the edge, and this has been fermenting for a couple of days. So now I am simply going to fill these up. It takes a little while to do this, but this particular flavor is going to be blueberry. You can also add a splash of lemon juice, which I probably will, and make it blueberry lemon. That's very nice. I think my favorite is peach or ginger peach. I love plain ginger as well. There are all kinds of combinations. You can do spices, herbs, fruits, all kinds of things. Very delicious. All right, got the first bottle done. And now I'm going to seal my flip top bottle. And to do that, you need both of these on the same side. So I'm going to pull this up to the top and secure it. Now, if for some reason you end up getting it off and for some reason you've got one hinge on this side, one hinge on this side, there's a fix for that. You'll figure out really quickly that you can't get this over very easily. You flip it upside down and you put the bottom up, and when it's almost at the top, you flip this side up. It's hard to do one-handed, and then it slides up for you, and then you just flip it over. This has got the blueberries in it. Beautiful. And as you can see, it's draining down. You want to leave about 1/3 of your starter water in here, 1/3 that's already fermented, and that gives a boost to the rest. If you're just getting your SCOBY for the first time, pour the whole thing in, not just the SCOBY, but the SCOBY and the starter tea, pour the whole thing in. And for that first batch, it may take a little bit longer to get it going until your SCOBY is very active and maybe even a little bit bigger, depending on your container. SCOBYs do fill out the top part of the container that they are in. Sometimes they go sideways, sometimes they sink to the bottom, but they typically will grow to be the size of the top portion of your container. For example, if I fill this up all the way, the SCOBY is going to shrink and start growing in the size of the top. All right, I'm going to seal this up. The blueberries all in there. Now I'm going to top it off with the fresh tea. And it doesn't matter if the SCOBY goes upside down or anything, that's totally fine. It will float around and get back in whatever position it wants to be in. And if you take good care of your SCOBY, it will last you for years, indefinitely, if you take really good care of it. My twine just broke. Garrett, we're going to have to make a new tie for our ferment. So this holds about 1 gallon. So this gives you some idea of what would work well for your family, smaller, larger. And again, this is called a continuous brew, which means that I don't drain it completely out and start completely over. I'm always putting in a little, taking out a little, and I'm doing that more frequently than other ways of making it.